Hey everybody, welcome to this show. Before we start it, I have two announcements. One is everything's going to be 10% off like usual in the store till next Eastern show. And the next show is going to be Tammy. So stay tuned on next Wednesday and make sure you join us to watch Tammy's show. Okay, so let's get it started. And I also want to point out that the color you see on camera is actually a little bit off. And if you see it on Fly Unicorn's blog and the event Facebook page, you will see the true color. Okay, so I'm going to make a card base here. The card base measures 7.5 inch by 11. So when I fold it, the front and back will be 7.5 and 5.5. So that's the card base size that I use the most often. So I'm just going to fold it. Okay, and if you see this card like that, it's not really your traditional card, right? You think it's going to be a whole page here, but actually I fold one part over because I think it looks pretty nice that way. But before we fold that over, I want to apply some background pattern paper on first, just so that it looks better. And the paper I'm going to use today, I'm actually going to try to keep it fast, even though I know it's just a card, but it does take a while to make, so that's why I only made this one card. I'm going to show you the paper collection, because I know you're going to love it. This one, I've used it a lot. So this is a Studio 75 Winter Morning collection. I love the vintage and distressed feeling. If you like greens and blues, this is for you. I love this collection. I've used this so much. And here is a Maya Design Vintage Baby. Now I know how everybody loves Maya Design's Shabby design. So here is the paper. I just want to show you everything because they're so pretty. See? Very pretty and very pastel and girly paper. So I will suggest to grab these two paper packs fast because they're always, especially the Maya Design one, they always go out of stock so fast. So you grab them fast when they're still available. So now I have picked out some paper here from both paper pack, and I'm going to cut them to the size I like. Now because they're only 6 by 6, they're not long enough to cover the whole card. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just going to, cut 2 pattern paper and then layer them together. You will know what I mean here. So I'm gonna cut this one to 5.5. I'm gonna cut everything to the 5.5 width. And I'm going to cut this one to 4 inch. You will know what they're for really soon, so I don't want to confuse you. Okay, there we go. The scraps are gonna work. So I am going to apply this 4 by 5.5 paper here, and then 1 scrap paper here, like this. So it kind of, looks like it's one chunk of pattern paper, and then I am going to put 1 stripe of this in the middle to kind of connect them together like such, so it looks good, right? That's what I'm gonna do. And for the time's sake, I'm gonna use really quick double-sided adhesive like this. But if you're going to mail it to others, of course, don't use this because it's not gonna stick, since I'm going to put on some wet medium, and I really want your card to hold up strong when they're a wet medium. I love the little bears. They're so cute. Very adorable. Oh, this side is not straight. It doesn't matter. It's going to be fold over. So if you made a boo-boo like this, it's okay. Now the bottom side does not need to be that strong, so because the most of the wet medium is going to be on top. Kind of center everything and make sure that they align together, just so that they don't look so weird. And this gap is going to have a piece of this. Okay, let me cut that too. Congratulations, Candy! That's awesome! Happy dance for you. Doing happy dance. That's so exciting. That's awesome. I love all the good news here. Okay, so now we did this, and I'm going to put this piece like here so that after we fold this over, the background is not going to be blank, and we don't want it to be blank, okay? So that's why I'm doing this. I'm pretty bad at using my eyes to make sure everything's centered, but as long as it's kind of centered, it's good. I don't really care. Alright, and I'm gonna put this piece on the bottom. Nobody's gonna really see this green one unless they open your card. So you can put whatever color you wish that you think matches the pink down here. I was going to go for a blue color, but then I think, you know what, I just use a cute pastel green color because it looks cute, it looks nice. You know, get a break from all this blue and pink and purple going on here. Like that. And then, to make sure that this two part kind of join together nicely, I have this fabric tape from Flying Unicorn. If you don't have them yet, get them. They're so nice. I have a bunch of them, but I don't have those floral pattern ones, and I only have those chevron and this checkerboard pattern ones. I really want those floral ones soon. So yeah, I love those. They're really nice. And the best thing is that they all have their own individual backing because they're fabric tape. So they don't stick on just everything, and it's very easy to handle. Love, love, love those. There are many other colors too though, so don't feel like there's only this lime green color if you don't need this lime green for your project, but there's so many colors, and I love the pastel ones. So I'm gonna just pop them on here. So I just kind of use them as a ribbon if you can't, if you don't know why I'm using it. So you kind of just act like a ribbon. You don't need to use green, of course. But if I have a purple one, I will swap the purple one here, but I don't have it in my stash. Okay, now we're gonna fold this part. So it doesn't really matter how you fold it. Fold anywhere you want. I'm just gonna do it by hand and roughly like this. It's gonna be hard to fold since you have already put a layer of paper on top, so it's gonna be quite heavy, but it's okay. You can still fold it. Use your bone folder to help you. Like that. And then take another piece of pattern paper, just measure it by your eyes, and then mark where you want to cut. So I'm just gonna kind of measure it, and then cut one line here, one line here, and just join them and cut them through this, connect those two lines and cut using your paper trimmer. I'm sorry if you keep hearing my fire alarm thing beeping. It's out of battery and I don't have it right now, so it's gonna keep beeping. So I'm very sorry if that bothers you, if you can hear it. So like that, see, it's perfect. And then I'm going to use hot glue for this because this part's going to be very wet, medium, heavy, and this is just not enough, and hot glue is a really fast method on a live show, so I'm going to use hot glue. And if you get it everywhere like I just did, it's okay. It's all part of the fun. If you don't make a mess, you do not have fun, right? So we're good. We're good if you make a mess. There we go. And then what I do to really make sure that they like stay together. It's not by gluing them down, because I feel like if I glue them down, it's too flat and they don't have a kind of nice dimensional look. So I use stapler. I know, call me silly, but I use a stapler. Just staple it so the sides are still like kind of you know, have a space and kind of flapping around. Look, you know what I mean. It doesn't look like it's so stuck down. So I use a stapler to do that. Ouch! Oh dear, 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 dear. The mess of the table. Okay, now I'm going to cut some piece so that I can do some cute layering. This is also one of the sheets from the Maya Design Vintage Baby Paper. It's so cute. I hope you can see it if the lights aren't so strong. It's really, really cute. I love this one. It's great for cutout and for layering. So I'm going to cut out this piece because I already have that piece. When paper collection gives you this kind of frames paper, use them to your best, you know, because they are so useful. You can use them to layer everything, to frame everything. Ah, the glue's on my table. Okay, so this piece is going to be right here, and I'm going to put this one right here. Looks good. And my old trick, everybody knows now, chipboard. Use chipboard all the time. Great way to add dimension to your project fast. And also, I'm going to use my hot glue for this. Yes, it fits. And do this. It's pretty hot though, so if you do it with your kids, if you do it with hot glue, it's gonna be pretty hot. So be careful. We all know that. I don't need to say it. So now we have two pieces that are very dimensional and great for layering. I'm gonna put this piece on that piece first, so that I get an idea of what they will look like. So I can move this whole piece around. When I try layer, I always layer the things that are on top first. I don't stack the whole thing down first, so that I can still move it around and I don't have to feel like, oh, once I put down the piece that's on the bottom, then I'm stuck with where it is. So that's what I do, and a little tip for you too. If you are not confident at layering like I am, this is a little tip. Like that. Perfect. Now here comes the messy part. I'm going to do some modeling paste. Now I did it the reason that I do this after I put on everything is that so, you know, I know where everything is already and I don't have to waste my time in trying to figure out where to place the texture paste so it wouldn't be covered. That's why I do this afterwards. So what we do is I'm gonna take my crafting mat that I cut them into little squares. And I have this light paste from Prima. And this is their new mica powder. It's iridescent. They look like silver or pearl color, but when you look them in different direction, it turns into that color, kind of like a chrome, multi-chrome type of thing, you know what I mean? And this one, ooh, everywhere. And this one is a blue color mica powder. I hope you can see it on my finger. No, you can't. But just trust me, this one is a blue color one. And it's so pretty when you mix the mica powder with your gel medium or your light paste. I prefer light paste because it's more like a texture paste than gel medium, so I prefer this better and it gives a more opaque look. That's why I'm using the light paste. But if you don't have light paste or your makeup powder, but you like those kind of iridescent modeling paste look, Creative Medium has those and they're so pretty, so pretty. I don't use them, I don't have them, but I have seen people using them and I have seen what they look like. They're just so pretty. So if you don't want those two, if you don't want to mix your own, you can buy the Creative Mediums. Hi Tiffy! Hi Tammy! Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you, thank you. Okay, this is probably not enough, so I'm gonna mix more. Mix more. And more mica. I'm using it pretty generously, you don't have to. I just really love that shimmery look here. This blue color, I chose coordinates with the blue on this perfectly. Okay, I think it's good now. So, I'm gonna wipe my desk clean here because it's filled with mica powder and we don't want everything to be mica, to be shiny. Even though I really want to, but you know, my cat's probably gonna lick this and got sick, so I don't know. I'm just gonna clean it. Oh, it's really shiny. Makes my table shiny. Alright, now, here's the card. Take your stencil. I'm using Tim Holtz Bubble Stencil, one of my favorite stencils, because I love the little texture and how uneven they are. So it gives that really nice and tattered, distressed look. So, I'm gonna apply them here. When you apply modeling paste, I personally don't like to apply them too thick, mainly because I don't have patience. But also, if I apply them too thick, I don't like the bulkiness it gives. So you can see I'm scraping them, making them pretty thin here, like that. Okay, and I'm gonna close it and place some here. It's okay if they, you know, dry and stuck together and just peel them off after they dried. It's okay. It's not that much. So I'm gonna place some right here. Now when it's on the angle, it's a bit tricky, so you push them down with your finger, and then you place the texture paste. And the ones that are close to the angled part, it's gonna be thicker, but it's okay. You can just always like scrape them out. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Scrape them out like that, so to make them all thin again, like that. Awesome. So I'm gonna leave this aside. I'm gonna clean it later. Okay, like that. And I will dry it with my heat tool real quick, and I'm gonna look at the chat if you have any questions. Are we talking about Valentine's ideas now? Dry them real quickly. This is gonna dry really fast because how thin it is, and the light paste is not like your regular modeling paste. It dries really fast. Hello, Amy. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we are good. Even though it's not completely dry, but we're good. So the next step, I really love this part. One of my favorite parts. I'm going to actually use the paste a bit more. I forgot to do that. I'm gonna apply it at some places like here, just to add some dimension, because I really love the shimmery paste and how dimensional it looks. So I'm gonna do that. And I use my what's the name for it? Palette knife. I use my palette knife like dabbing motion, if you can see it, to add some texture. But if you don't like those spiky texture, you can always just smooth them out a little. Okay, if you don't care for those. But I personally love them to have a bit of a spiky finish. So I'm gonna do that. Alright, now I'm gonna dry it again. I got really lost in the chat. Okay, I think it's semi-dry, so we're good. Now here's my favorite part. I should have said that. I shouldn't have said that before I applied this. So, if you have magicals, that's from Lindy Stamp Gang. If you don't, you need them. Okay, and they're on the Ustream tab, special tab in the store. Now they look like nothing right now, but when you apply water and when they're wet, it's gonna, transform into something totally different. Hence the name magicals, because they are magical. They are very magical. So this one is supposed to be the blue color that you see here. See, you can't even tell it's blue. And this one is supposed to be that really red color right here. So you'll see they transform. So what I do to apply my magicals is that using my palette knife or anything you like that can kind of, hold a little bit amount and then just splatter them around. It does not matter where it lands. It really doesn't. Because I always just let them do their own work and let the water do the jobs. I just, be responsible for where I kind of splatter them. But after you apply water, things change and just looks so pretty. Right now it looks like nothing. So just splatter them. And after it's wet, you kind of want to move it around a little bit more so that the color don't stay in one area and makes the area super dark. Okay, I think it looks good like this. I'm gonna use my little spritzer, water spritzer, and here's where the magic happens. So pretty. Oh, look at the magic. Now I do a lot of water on there because I wanted to really move around a mix, which is why I tell you to really use some strong adhesive ahead of time when you're doing the card base, because, see how much water I added. Use your finger if you have to help colors move around. Oh, I love this. I just love this product. I love anything that looks magical. Okay. Now, I think the colors spread it well, and I like how it looks. I'm gonna dab some off on this paper right here, because I don't want this one to be too colored. And then I will dry it so it stays the way it is. Oh, no. Yes, you don't have control over this, but it's the fun of it, You don't need to control it. Oh boy, it's gonna take a while to dry, but not that long. It'll dry pretty fast. I promise you. I promise you. Okay, well it's semi-wet. I'm going to dip some wet brushes into this magical, the blue one, because I feel like it's too red and I need some adjustment. I don't like how red it looks right now. So I'm gonna pop some blue color here and there. This is where you can control things. So Oda, you can do this. You can control it now. Like that. I want this corner to be blue, so that's why I'm doing this. And I'm gonna add some blue right here because it's really red and purpley. So I kind of want some more blue. They're very, very shimmery. I love my things shimmery. So don't judge me. I love shimmery things. And some blue down here just to kind of balance the whole red puddle. There we go. Now it looks kind of balanced at least. And then I'm gonna dry it again. It's a lot of drying on this card. Yes, shimmer, it is good. I agree, Jean. And can you see how shimmery? Oh yes, you can. See the shimmer. Oh, I love it. Love, love. When I make cards for man, for my husband or my husband-in-law, husbands-in-law. Yeah, that sounds right. My in-laws. Yeah, that don't sound right. Or my in-laws or my husband, I also make them shimmery. And I know that you're not supposed to give men that kind of shimmery stuff, but it looks nice and I can't resist, and they can't really say mean things about it because I made it for them, so they gladly take them and probably think it's too girly, but I love it, so they can take that. I love the shimmer. Look, really nice. And this one too. Okay, now it's all dried and I'm going to put some other layering of embellishment now. Hi, Camilla! Yes, gesso. Gesso is the fix of everything. Okay, so this trim, by the way, you can get from Flying Unicorn. So don't forget to check out Flying Unicorn's trim. Flying Unicorn has so many new things like the metal embellishment and the washi tapes. It just so many new goodies that I want to get all of my hands on, and I just want to have everything because they're so pretty. So I'm gonna put this trim on here. It's part of it's gonna get covered, but it's okay. It's just a part of the little details that you can already see on this card that you can see it from here and there, but the bottom part there is gonna get covered. But it's alright. It's still there, and you know that there's that amount of detail in your card, even though it looks like it's very simple. Okay, so here is the wired trim from Prima that I have in my stash forever. I doubt that I will ever run out of this because you don't use it a whole lot, but when you use it, it's really helpful. If you don't have this wired thing, not wire thing, how to say it, wired trim thing in your stash, you can use any jewelry wire and just paint them with your gesso or your chalk paint. I like chalk paint better. I think chalk paint goes on metal better than gesso. But one thing about chalk paint is that, say I'm doing circles like this, and the circles don't have to, stack on each other perfectly. Hope you can see it. Just roughly doing circles. So yeah, the chalk paint don't really absorb paints that well, water-based paints that well, but gesso well. So it's really what you really need. If you want this metal thing to be completely white, then I will suggest you go for a chalk paint. But if you want to paint the metal piece later on, then I will suggest you go for a gesso. Okay, I'm adjusting the circle a little bit so it's not completely the same. And then I'm going to take this flower out to compare it a little. See, the circle is too big right now, so I'm gonna make it smaller. Make it smaller. Yeah, that looks good. So I'm just gonna put one dollop of hot glue right here to secure it first. And then I'm gonna hold it till it's dried, or till it's at least hardened and it wouldn't move anymore. Because if I let it go, it will go loose. So I'm going to hold it right now until it's kind of dried. Oh, thank you, Jean. Thank you, Tiffy. Oh, making me blush. You guys, making me blush. Good, you can see my face right now because it's all red. Do I let the... Yes, I do let them dry. Whoops, this got out of focus. I heat dry them with my heat gun. Okay. It's okay. It's gonna stay put now, so no worries right there. And I will put more hot glue there on top. Now the reason that I'm going so bold on just putting hot glue on top of the wire without even care is that I know that there's gonna be embellishment on top of there later, so I can do this, But if you're not going to put anything on top of your wire later on, you shouldn't do that, of course. So I'm still going to hold it down until it's cold and hardened, so you wouldn't move around. One of the things, about wires is that they're heavy and they move around if you don't let them set. Okay, meanwhile, I'm just gonna pop this flower in the middle, because why not? Ta-da! A flower. Hey, cute flower. And then let's pick one. I'm going for this one. This flower is absolutely one of my favorites from Prima. I don't know if there's still some left in the store, because I know when I got this, the second day after it's gone, and I really love these flowers. But I know there are some similar ones in the store in different colors, just not this pink color, but they're so pretty, mainly because I love the sparkle. I don't know if you can see it, but if you can, it's really sparkly, and the shape is really beautiful. One of my favorite flowers from Prima. Alright, I just let that circle go, didn't I? And it just changed its shape. It's alright. So now I'm going to take a chipboard, and it's from the however you pronounce that, debutante. Don't know how to say it, not gonna try to butcher it, but from that Prima collection, and it's from the Chipboard and More. It's in store, and there are, of course, other type of chipboard that you can get, but I love this collection's chipboard because it has nice, cute little dress in there, and I'm a girly girl, so I love it. Pop some hot glue and pop this dress form like that. Pop it down. And stay. You stay. And it's going to help the circle stay down too. Move it up a little because it's too down there. Okay. So you can see how the embellishment has that kind of flow. That's what I'm trying to keep. If I make this dress one too low, it will break this kind of flow, if you know what I mean, right? If it's too low, it looks like this, not this. Okay, I think I made my point here. I think I made myself clear. And here's another flower from the Roman Lingerie collection. And these flowers, I love them because they feel really nice. And I love touch things. They have those kind of velvet finish. I think they're like a velvet fabric flower. But, you know, because my English is not good enough, I'm not really sure what velvet really is. But I feel like they are so pretty and I love the feeling of them. So if I have a flower that I can always touch on my project that feels really soft and furry, I love it. It's my thing, so that's why I love it. So I'm going to put this one behind that. Okay. And this is also going to help keep the wire down. You can also have the wire on top of your flower if you want to, but I'm going to just right now have it keep it down. And pop one behind the dress. I try to, ouch, the hug was pretty hot. I try to like do more layering now than before because I really love the look of layering. And one thing that I've learned from a lot of tries is that if you layer your flower underneath stuff, it helps you create that nice layer look. So not a secret, everybody knows it, but you know, I just find out, so I am gonna share it. Pop one right there. And this flower is gonna go here, or probably go under here. Let's see. Up or under? Under. Let's do under. And this flower is gonna go under here. And now I'm going to use the magical again to color some places. I always add some finish, color touches if I have any color medium on my project, so that, you know, it looks more finished and more like intended to be. Because even though I love watercolor and I love the loose feeling of it, I still kind of want to control where it goes and how it looks. So that's why. And I'm adding more color here so it doesn't look so blank. And I'm adding some red, gonna be adding some red like near this area. Not a whole lot, just a little touch. Just a little touch. This little touch really helps, so. Like that. And kept this first. Sorry I'm spilling because I know I will. And then, you know what, I think for the final touch, because I do not, you know, like how plain he looks right now, or not, it's not plain, but you know what I mean, I like some more texture. I'm going to add some white splatter, and just grab the wrong paint. Now I'm using my Prima's Frost Bloom Spray. It's the most opaque white spray that I've used yet, so I use it a lot. And I don't like to use this to splatter because it's too big. I use the back of my brush. And it gives a fine splatter. I feel like there's a whole lot of, like a whole new subject on just how to do splatters. And I have not yet find out every way of them, because everything you use gives you different type of pattern. Everything. And it's so amazing that, you know, how much difference it makes just by using different tools to do splatters. See how the splatter is so really big using the tube? Hope you can see it, but it's really big splatter when you use the tube from the bottle. So yeah, wipe this away. And I'm pretty fast. I'm really, really fast. Hi, Shona. Hi. And I just I finished the card. And I finished the card. It's really fast. It's faster than I thought it would be, because I thought that, heating time of the paint's gonna take forever, but apparently it did not. So there it is. Hi, Shana! So here it is, the 2 cards, and this is the one we made tonight, and it's finished. We like this one though, and this one is have a deeper color than that one because I wanted to make sure it shows up better on camera. So I hope you like both of them. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you. Oh yes, Shana, your puppy Olaf is so cute. I love the pictures you put with him eating the snow. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I am so excited. I'm still very, very happy and excited doing this shoestring show. I missed it. So don't forget, next week it's going to be Tammy, and you stay tuned for Tammy's show because I know this is going to be an amazing, gorgeous project. And for my next show, I will try to make a bigger one. This one is a small card, but next one is going to be big, I promise. Thank you guys so much for coming. I am going to hit stop broadcast and stop record now, but I'm going to stay in chat. So mwah, mwah, thank you. I'm gonna turn it to me and say thank you one more time. So thank you so much for coming. Mwah. Bye. Here's the card. Love you guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, and happy very early Valentine's Day. Make sure you already get your Valentine's Day project going. So I'm gonna log off now, and I'm gonna stay in chat. So bye!